Planetary nebulas were discovered by a German-born astronomer named William Herschel. The word nebula comes from the Latin origins and means cloud, which is a close description of what a nebula looks like. Although they appear to be faint and usually not visible to the human eye, Herschel was able to construct his own telescopes throughout his career and use them to make these great discoveries of nebulas. He became famous for discovering the planet Uranus, which appeared to him as a group of clouds very similar to the appearance of these planetary nebulas. In 1783, William gave a telescope to his sister Caroline and was a big reason for more discoveries of comets and more planetary nebula. She became more of an assistant for her brother, taking notes and recording his discoveries. Planetary nebula often contain stars but do not contain visible planets. They are relatively short-lived phenomenon lasting a few tens of thousands of years, compared to a typical stellar lifetime of several billion years. Although we now know that planetary nebulas have nothing to do with the planets of our solar system, astronomers never changed the name in respect to William Herschel.
The death of a star is both depressing but also poetically beautiful in the colors produced. There are 6 stages before a low-mass star turns into a planetary nebula. Stage 1 is when gravity collapses a cloud of interstellar gas, creating a protostar. Stage 2 is when hydrogen is fusing into helium, called main sequence. Stage 3 is the red giant stage. This is when the star is moving off the main sequence. The hydrogen fusion in the core is exhausted and the nuclear fusion ends. Then the core begins to shrink without the resistance to gravity. Stage 4, helium burning, is when the helium core contracts and therefore heats up. The temperature necessary to ignite the helium is reached, and then the triple alpha process begins, causing a helium flash. Stage 5 is the double shell burning red giant phase, where the helium shell burning begins around the inert carbon core. Stage 6 is the final result, where the dying star expels its outer layers in a planetary nebula, leaving behind the exposed inert core.
In every nebula there is a growing and expanding cloud of ionized gas. The gas is ionized by ultraviolet radiation. Many of the nebulas are not spherical. Planetary nebula play a crucial role in the chemical evolution of the galaxy, returning material to the interstellar medium that has been enriched in heavy elements. They only live for a few 10,000s of years compared to the rest of the universe that is a baby. Then they disappear and everything goes back to the universe.